The government of Guyana said it has taken note of the Nicolas Maduro-led administration to promulgate the organic law for defense of Essequibo. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs in a press statement said the attempt by Venezuela to annex more than two-thirds of Guyana's sovereign territory and make it part of Venezuela is an egregious violation of the most fundamental principles of international law enshrined in the United Nations Charter, the Charter of the Organization of American States, and customary international law. Further, the government said it contradicts the letter and the spirit of the Joint Declaration of Argyll for Dialogue and Peace between Guyana and Venezuela, agreed to on December 14, 2023 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The unlawful act, the government said, calls into question Venezuela's obligation to abide by the principles of the declaration. However, in light of Venezuela's latest action, the government has again said it has put on notice Venezuela's government, governments of the Caribbean and Latin America, and the Caribbean Community Nations, the UN Secretary General and Secretary General of the Organization of American States, that it will not countenance annexation, seizure, or occupation of any part of its sovereign territory. Meanwhile, Shadow Foreign Affairs Minister Amanza Walton Desir says the purported law is null and void and of no legal effect for us here in Guyana.
We certainly view this latest action by the Maduro regime as being contrary to all of the tenets of international law and the international legal order. It is in breach of the Argyll Declaration, and really is just another step in a series of actions that he would have taken. This is President Maduro in pursuit of his unfounded and illegal claim on our Essequibo. And so we are in agreement with the government in this regard, that certainly this is unacceptable, and we're calling on Venezuela to demonstrate maturity, to demonstrate its commitment to international law and its commitment to the preservation of this region as a zone of peace.
Walton Desir, like many Guyanese, is concerned with the latest development.
I want to urge the Minister of Foreign Affairs again to urgently convene the Foreign Relations Sectoral Committee to brief us on what is happening, to brief us on the steps that they have taken since this egregious action. Certainly a press release will not do. By now, the president should have briefed the leader of the opposition. He should have addressed the people of Guyana, and he should have been able to assuage the concerns. I am inundated with calls all morning. MP, what's next? What's happening? And we have to give our constituents answers.
Guyana, the statement said, has always stood by the principles of the United Nations Charter, the rule of law, and peaceful settlement of disputes.